by 50. No, I think it'll be a good game. I feel like the teams are pretty evenly split as far as numbers and who we have and the weapons that we have on both sides of the ball. So I feel as though going forward it's going to be a good game. It's going to be vanilla, as everybody knows. That's how spring games are, but you're definitely going to see some competition out there and some guys compete for some spots.
I think I heard you say after you guys drafted Christian, after you drafted Nate, you had a plan.
Oh yeah, we had a little bit of a plan. It was interesting just because, like, obviously we don't know what they're going to do, so we had options A through Z kind of planned out throughout the entire thing. But yeah, we definitely talked a little more than a little bit about it beforehand.
How much did them drafting Kenny tip the scales right off the bat there?
We kind of figured that was going to happen because they needed a receiver, just as far as like the super seniors that were already put on our team. Like, we already had Kanate on our squad, so we figured they were going to come up and take Kenny anyway. So that we kind of already had that figured in.
How do you feel about the work that you and the defense have put in this spring so far?
I think we've improved greatly over the past couple weeks. I think we've shown a lot of toughness, a lot of resilience. I think the offense continue to be a tempo offense and be fast-paced has also played a lot into it, just allowing us to continually sharpen up how we were. Because everybody knows fatigue makes cowards of us all at the end of the day, and it's definitely a fatiguing offense to go against every day and every practice, but we've consistently come up the bat and improved every day. Our conditioning is continuing to get better. Our understanding of the defense as a whole is continuing to get better, and I feel as though we are continuing to grow each and every day.
Coach Narduzzi mentioned that the linebacker unit is one that has impressed him. What have you seen from your group that has really stood out?
Just toughness and effort as a whole. Like, we're a very tough and effort-filled group. There's a lot of competition to see who can produce the most on a daily basis, who can get the most turnovers, the most TFLs, sacks, tackles in general. I feel like that has propelled our growth forward, just having that internal competition within our room, and then us knowing as well that we need to be an almost maniacal group on the field and understand that is our job as linebackers, is to be scary individuals. So I feel like we've taken that role to another level, and I feel like we continue to embrace that role in each and every practice as well.
Jeff Anderson was the first safety that was chosen in this draft. What has he done to impress and show you guys his potential?
He brings some emotion to the football field. He brings a lot. He brings a lot of effort's going to be a big thing that you're going to hear us talk about a lot, especially this past spring, or this spring, excuse me. But Jesse has just continued to come in every day with the same attitude that he's going to try and dominate, try and attack the ball, try and do everything he can. Even because he's young, Jesse will mess up every once in a while, but you can't tell that Jesse continues to fly 100 miles an hour even when he does mess up, and he makes up for sometimes that lack of full purpose knowledge with that effort, and that's really impressive to watch.
Governor Ducey said this was a tougher team than last year's team, just based off of what he's seen. Would you agree with that, and what do you think makes it tougher?
I think the mentality that we have going in makes us a little bit tougher. I think knowing that we were a 3-9 football team. Like, the windshield's bigger than the rearview mirror for a reason, but at the same time, you gotta understand that we were a 3-9 football team, and that understanding that has put a lot of, I guess you could say, push or emphasis on being a tougher football team, trying to hit somebody in the mouth every day and prove the point that was a fluke, that is not who we are as a Pittsburgh University football team.
Strategically in design, the offense is way different than last year. What about the defense, strategically in design?
Strategically and design-wise, the coaching staff always makes little tweaks here and there to our defense, but at the end of the day, it's still the Pitt defense that we've run consistently. It's just a matter of how we run it compared to their tempo. Like, everybody knows, this is not uncommon knowledge that when you go against a tempo team, most of the time your playbook kind of shrinks because you can't make as many calls as quickly as possible, stuff like that. So, but as we continue to go against the tempo offense consistently on a daily basis, it actually improves us, because the fact that now we have to go against that every day, and our playbook is now expanding against our offense.
As of now, you're the green dot guy. How do you like that?
It's definitely pretty cool, because we were already a signal, like Gavin had previously alluded to. They're doing signals now, but we have already been a signal team before that. It's just another tool for us to use, for me to use on the field, as far as getting people lined up and their assignments correctly on a quicker basis, and not having to snap my head over the sideline and snap it back against a tempo offense is definitely very useful.
So the fail-safe is the signals from the sideline.
Oh yeah, even now all of us still look over for the signals, but that extra little voice, if you can't quite see it, if you can't quite get a good view of it on the sideline, is definitely very helpful.
Who's the voice? Is it Randy or Ryan?
Coach Malak is right now has the walkie-talkie on the sideline.
Does it ever like catch you off guard? And all of a sudden you hear a voice in your head like, whoa, what?
Nah, he's really good at just giving us the information that we need, not doing anything too much or not enough. It's normally just a call, hey, watch this. That's generally how it goes, and it's within like the first 15 seconds after the ball is placed. So it's pretty dope. Not gonna lie.
I guess there's no time for him to yell at you, huh?
Oh
Business.
no. He waits. He waits to come off the field and ask me politely what I did there and why I did that.
Machine excelled last season on special teams. How have you seen him grow in terms of linebacker position?
You're talking about Mr. Biles?
Yeah, Mr. Biles.
Yeah, he's a phenomenal football player. Some people just have that nose for the ball and that understanding of just how to be a football player, and that's him to a T. He's always in the right place at the right time. He's continuing to grow his knowledge of the playbook. And right now, I feel as though he can play star and money on a very consistent basis and really understand what's going on. And he's like excelled this spring.
Anything else for Brandon? All good.